Hello world, Miller Mott here with In the Bag Gear Reviews. Today I have the Capture V3 from Peak Designs. Where I go through the gear that I own, that I actually use, and that I use on a daily basis. I'm going to tell you the pros, the cons, why I actually use it, and hopefully it'll help you make a decision of whether you need it or not. So what the Capture is it's a camera clip that goes on the strap of your backpack, and it comes with a camera plate that doubles as an archetype tripod mount. So this is great because you can slide it into the camera clip, have quick access to it, and slide it right onto your tripod. This is great if you're working with a single camera setup and you need quick access to your camera, because once you slide it into this clip, it keeps your hands free and your camera ready at a moment's notice. And that's what's invaluable about this, because photography is about capturing moments, and having this right here allows you to capture that moment immediately. Now, I will clarify, there are two previous versions, aptly named the V1 and the V2, which were less ergonomic and lacked the safety lock. I used the latest version, the V3, which came out in 2017. So just a quick little overview of how this works. This goes on your backpack and it's going to bolt down. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna latch this over your backpack strap and tighten down these two bolts until this compresses and you can't move it on your backpack strap. Then, obviously, you're gonna want your camera on your Capture. So all you do is you simply slide it in. If you want it off, you're gonna press this button here on the side just to let it come out. But it's not gonna move around until you press that button in. If you wanna make sure this button doesn't get accidentally pressed, you're just gonna click to the side and that's locked. You can't press that button. To unlock it, switch it to the side, out it goes. This stays on my backpack at all times, and if I have my camera with me, you can guarantee this is on the backpack I have with me. Now I use this even in normal everyday things like school and my internship. And it's amazing because I can have my hands free and my camera right there ready to go. It just makes life that much simpler. And I use this from hiking, and I've even used this biking on a photo assignment I had at my internship. I was shooting the Gate River Run, and here's some photos that you can see. I was biking around the course and I could immediately pull my camera out and take pictures of the people going by me. Now this is great for traveling and street photography, both places where you're gonna wanna have your camera ready at a moment's notice. But in big cities and stuff, pickpocketing is a pretty common occurrence. So this locking mechanism here on the side is gonna ensure that you're not gonna have your camera stolen, and your camera is not something that you wanna have stolen. It's a very expensive piece of equipment. So having this peace of mind is a great thing when you're traveling. I've also used this skiing. It's great when you can see a feature coming up. If you're skiing right next to your subject, you can just pull your camera off and take a picture of them as you're next to them. So this is a very niche problem and probably a bad habit in the first place. But if you take a look here, we have the Capture plate right here, and then we have a regular archetype plate. Now, the archetype plate has these two bolts that would keep it from sliding on an archetype tripod head. The Capture plate doesn't have this. So if you're walking around with your Capture plate on an archetype tripod head, it's probably gonna slide off. Now, it's really stable when it's sitting in one position, but if you're moving around, that is just something to be aware of. I will admit, sometimes having a big bulky camera right here on your chest can be in the way and bothersome, but that's expected with photography. You gotta carry around big gear. And you know, it's really stable for what it is, and it's a lot better than having a camera strap that swings around. When it comes to build quality and durability, this thing is insane. It's completely aluminum, it's light, and it's hardcore. This thing has been covered in sand, submerged in water, and this quick release is still smooth as butter. at a price point of $69, it's well worth the money. This is something that is invaluable to me, and I'd recommend that you add the Capture V3 or something like it to your setup if you're an intermediate to pro photographer running a single camera setup. Now, this is incredibly sturdy, so this is something that you could buy used, no problem. And I'd actually recommend that you buy it used because, you know, less waste and it's probably cheaper. So I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. Reach out to me on Instagram. This has been Miller's In the Bag Gear Reviews. Thanks for tuning in.